just got word. Romania was a dead end.
You're saying that he lied?
Place is real enough. Deserted. But we found no trace that your man was ever there. Or anyone else for that matter.
Someone erased his steps.
We'll keep digging, of course. But frankly, it's as if the Earth just spat him out. Are you still determined?
Does it matter? I was told there'll be no second chances.
Don't believe everything you hear, Miss Burnwood.
My decision stands.
Very well. I'll be watching.
The final test is based on an authentic 1979 mission, the high point of training director Soders' career as an active agent. The target was Jasper Knight, a famous US chess master exposed as a Soviet spy. Soders caught up with Knight at a military airfield in Cuba and eliminated him against all odds. This is your objective as well. Now listen carefully. ICA exams aren't normally this difficult. Not only was the airfield a virtual fortress, he even added additional guards. Soders wants you to fail. He considers you a threat, and this way, your unfortunate exit from the program will not raise any eyebrows. He did not, however, factor me into the equation. If Soders can bend the rules, then so can I. Good luck, Initiate.
So this is the plan. This is the backstory. Director Soders is not a big fan of us, but we are probably the best hitmen in the world. Or at least we will be. So let's start by showing off just how good we can be. I'm sure they'll just let us walk right in here, right?
Oh no, buddy. You're not coming through here. Sorry.
Fair enough. Shouldn't be much of a problem sneaking in elsewhere.
Did you print out the safety protocol for the jet?
It's on the clipboard. Look, we really have to do this, all things considered.
We're putting a pasty-faced egghead inside a Mach 3 fighter jet. Yeah, I kinda think we do.
I get it. Safety first and all that.
I don't care which one of you does it, it's mandatory. Just tick the box and get it done.
Escape by fighter jet. Sounds dangerous.
So this is the opportunity system. When you go to a mission, generally you'll have multiple opportunities that sort of gently guide you into ideas of what exactly to do. There are of course multiple more ways to actually kill your target, but these are genuinely some of the most fun. We're gonna go ahead with this first one. Begin by getting yourself a fancy suit of clothes. Now, you can actually let his pistol lay on the ground here, and this other soldier guy will come and try to check it out, and then you can take his clothes. Which are pretty good, because the soldier outfit is very useful in this area, which you'll see eventually, but for now, we're gonna stay as a security guard. At least for a while.
Doesn't make sense. The man is like a sitting duck, staying in Cuba. It's only a matter of time before Langley catches up with him. If I was Knight, I'd be long gone.
That was the plan. Then Knight pulls a fast one. Now he wants his girlfriend to go with him across the curtain. Naturally, Kremlin says no, wasn't part of the agreement. Knight says he's got documents on the other Soviet spies in the US. Documents that'll leak into the wrong hands in case anything happens to him or his girlfriend.
Looks like there's some trouble in the ranks. The Jasper Knight, KGB. I do sort of like the idea that this is still the ICA training facility, and thus all the supposedly Cuban and or Russian soldiers speak with an American accent.
Jasper Knight certainly knows how to make an exit, but first he needs to test the jet's safety equipment, including the ejector seat. Ha.
I think you can see where this is going. But first, We're gonna need to get a proper set of clothes. Much better. Now let me make sure we have a wrench. Handy. Now, both mechanics here will recognize me, so I want to make sure I just sort of blend in here a little bit until they move aside. And as he moves, we very quickly run to the other side of the jet. Slight modification.
Well done,
the trap
Initiate. I
is
dare
set.
say this is an accident waiting to happen.
Jasper is upstairs, so let's go find him. The mechanic outfit offers us some leniency. It's not completely strange that we're walking around in the base. As long as we don't seem too suspicious. So let's find our way into Jasper's office and have a short chat.
We're all at work here, son.
Indeed.
Jasper Knight, we gotta go over the safety protocol. Follow me, please.
Ugh. Must we really? Is it dangerous? Well, it must be, mustn't it? Why else would there be a safety protocol? I'm not crazy about airplanes.
Now, he sort of slightly bugged out there a little bit, so he's not actually following me, and he interrupted his dialogue. There's only one way to solve that, and that is to, well, try a few times to make sure he's not following me. No, he's bugged. So we do the tried and tested walk right into him. There we go. He just needed a little push, that's all. There it is. The fighter jet. Knight thinks it's going to be his salvation. Afraid it's much the opposite. How's it going, Mr. Knight? There he is.
Okay, Mr. Knight. Climb in the cockpit, please.
All right. Easy. One step at a time.
Step 1. Strap yourself in.
Okay. All strapped in.
Step 2. Locate the ejector seat handle.
Just a moment. Yes, found it.
Step 3. Pull the ejector seat handle.
Right. Here it goes. Pull.
Well, I'd say that worked pretty much as good as possible.
Definitely not part of the plan.
Don't mind me, I'm just a mechanic. Something must have gone horribly wrong. I need to go home and talk to my wife, my kids. I need a day off. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna...
You know that guy who flew in from Moscow?
Oh, hello.
He's the real McCoy.
That KGB officer, Netsky?
Yeah. That's what years of special KGB training in Siberia will do to you. They say he hunts tigers with a bow and arrow.
Come on.
Seriously. They even say he works directly for Janice. Takes orders from nobody else.
Really?
I know. The guy's a real killing machine. We're lucky he's on our team.
I'll drink to that, comrade.
Well, we'll make use of that information a little bit more in the future, but for now, I'm thinking we just go straight to the car, drive out of here. Good night, Bobby. Have a good day. And we're done. Now, for some reason, he cuts off, "Congratulations, Agent, you're clear for field duty." Strange, it didn't do that the first time I played, but it keeps doing it now when I replay the mission.
Good luck, Initiate.
Alright, let's try something else. We've done the fighter jet, but there's a couple more ways to deal with this.
Playing chess at a time like this? He's 90 miles from U.S. soil. CIA is hot at his heels, and his hands don't even shake. Must be some kind of psychopath.
Nah, I think it calms him down. This is Jasper Knight. He's not like normal people. Chess to him is like oxygen or alcohol.
Does look concentrated.
Yeah, as orange juice. Trying to solve some chess conundrum. Apparently, the late Russian ambassador made some highly unusual, very aggressive opening move that really rattled Knight. He's a grandmaster. To him, it's more than a game.
So Knight kills a guy, poisons him with ricin-coated chess.
Right. A bit more detail can always be found in the intel section.
And his biggest concern is that an amateur almost beat him in chess? Told you he was a psychopath.
The ambassador was a traitor. He was gonna defect to the Americans.
Come on. These guys change sides like the rest of us change underwear.
What, like once every couple of years?
You know what I mean.
Yeah. It's all a game. Until you decide it's not.
Jasper's fixation with the chest is something we can use. But first, let's grab this soldier uniform, which will end up being very useful. There we go. Bring the gun to complete the look. A loyal Soviet soldier.
Yeah, I snuck a peek, so shoot me.
They might just do that. Those are military secrets.
Bunch of projector slides, travel route or something. Pretty dull, really.
Well, there's a soldier coming by to fetch him, so stay clear, okay? Friendly advice.
All right, I hear you.
The slides depicting Knight's escape route from Cuba to his new home in the Soviet Union are ready for pickup at the reception. Desk security expect a soldier to fetch the slides, whereupon the KGB officer and Knight will likely retreat to the upstairs office.
I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Right there on the counter.
Thanks, friend. Okay. So we have a couple of slides that want to go on this projector slider, which will give us a great opportunity to get close to Jasper.
Attention! He was one of Janice's people.
Man of peace, voice of reason. Quintessential
There's
good
Netsky.
Russian. Takes it all the way to the inner circles of Washington. And
Good thinking, Initiate. This should keep Knight's attention for a while.
so on the very night he's supposed to meet with the foreign minister, Jasper Knight, one of Janice's turned American agents, has no choice
No.
but to break cover and assassinate him. Does it in the middle of a crowded party with poison-coated chess pieces.
Doesn't
A
strike
little bit
you
worried
as
about this guy over here. So I'm just gonna go throw a coin.
What?
Now for some reason that makes him move towards me rather than over where the coin landed.
As you said, best kind of spy.
But it works out. Let's make sure we're not in view of anyone. Gives us a little bit of privacy out here. And why don't we just pick up the gun as well? Excellent. Natsuki meets with Jasper to discuss the slides.
Present arms.
Good grief. You people don't disavow, do you?
It's not the Concorde, but it'll do the trick.
And my Sharon?
Special extraction. We launch her into space, then parachute her down from the stratosphere with a lifeboat and a pair of snowshoes. Little luck, she'll reach Murmansk in a couple of months. She wasn't theirs.
What?
We'll put her on a plane. Jesus night.
Alright. Now, there's a couple of cool ways this can actually play out. Let's sit back and watch for now.
That could be the power switch.
Oh.
Only one way to find out.
Huh. Must be loose wiring. Well, I'm minored in engineering. It should be as easy as falling off a log.
You there?
Well, well, well.
No, it looks like an accident.
We could have touched the power switch ourselves, but this way our hands are clean. The actual accident happened with this guy. Now he does block our way. He stays there, so slightly less stealthy. We're just gonna do this. And there's actually a guard here that recognizes us, that we need to stay very careful there. Make sure we keep cover between us. Hurry home. But this is one of my favorite ways of taking him out, because we don't really take him out. We just sort of manipulate things to make sure another person does. Accident kills are the best. So now you just run back the way you started. The soldier uniform is probably the overall most useful. Well, I mean, there's one that lets you do pretty much everything and no one actually recognizes you, but it's a little bit harder to get. I'll show that off in a while, but for the next one, let's keep going with this accident thing.
Good luck, Initiate.
This time, we need to make sure to grab this crowbar. If you remember from the first video, crowbars can be very useful to pry things loose. We've already heard this dialogue, so we can skip it now. We do still want to grab ourselves the soldier uniform because, well, we need some sort of uniform to be inside there. It's tempting it is to smack him over the face with a crowbar. It's a little bit noisy. So we're just going to subdue him as normal. They will hear me through the wall. And here we are again, ready to enter. With a gun. Now there's a specific place we want to go now.
Yeah, I snuck a peek.
Told you. We might just do that. Military.
Bunch of projector slides, travel through. No.
Attention.
Mr. Knight.
So the Soviet ambassador.
When we were here before, you might have seen these stairs over here. Go to the top floor. Which seems pretty innocent, but there's one particular interesting place we want to go. Up in this little area, we have access to some lights, which we can break the mounting on. There's 2 of them, so there's 2 different places we can actually make use of this. Now, all we need is patience. We wait here a while for Jasper Knight to come underneath one of these. Here he comes. And luckily he stands here to... I think he wants to have a smoke, but he really should know. Smoking kills. I do think I accidentally ended up killing one of the guards there, but collateral damages happen sometimes. It is slightly less professional. Once we get into the non-prologue missions, because remember this is still part of the prologue, you get scored on a bunch of different factors, including how many innocents you kill, and so on. There's also, of course, achievements and challenges and so on for doing it all with many different variables. But
You know that
play
guy
it safe
from Moscow? Oh, he's the real McCoy.
That KGB officer?
and run out to the car. Kunk. But we're still not done. Again, soldier outfit.
Rythian chess. And his biggest concern is that an amateur almost beat him in chess? Told me he was a psychopath.
That's what he said.
Think he's back home? This is Cuba. We got tons of rum and vodka. Military airfield.
I know, but at least pretend you're looking. That man is KGB and pretty high up the chain at that. Those guys don't take too kindly to failure.
I hear you.
The officer in charge has ordered airfield security to get him a bottle of vodka. He will probably offer Knight a drink as well. That is, provided he is able to drag the Grand Master away from his chess game.
Good old-fashioned drinks. They pretty much solve everything. Right, so step one is not to get the bottle of vodka.
Doesn't make sense. The man
We
is
are
like a
going to
city
grab
duck, staying in
the
Cuba.
rat poison.
It's only a matter of time before Langley catches up with him.
This is not actually shown in the little guides, the opportunity guide. That just is about the vodka thing, but, you know, we're smart. We can figure out a better way to use the vodka distraction than just this. So, we're carrying a bottle of vodka, a little bit of rat poison. I'm pretty sure you can see where this is going. We do, however, need to make sure that we're not spotted while doing this, so... patience. There's the Colonel. He's the guy who actually wants the vodka. And we do have a choice of taking him out as well, be it poison or otherwise. But this room is very full of people, so we're just gonna stand guard right now. Jasper's fixated on his chess problem. Colonel's waiting for more details from his superiors. And of course, Jasper's personal soldier bodyguard is right there, so we'll wait a bit. It won't be too long. First, the Colonel leaves. And then Jasper goes on a walk. Possibly to get a smoke. Hey buddy, you should probably tag along.
Ah, you. Good job. Decent brand, too.
Very decent brand, yeah. Now let's make the chest move. We all were thinking. I mean, come on. And then we wait. As Jasper's on his way back.
Well done,
Yes.
Initiate.
Just the move
I
I
should
was
say a
contemplating.
toast is in order.
I appreciate the gesture, friend, but one genius is more than enough. Why on earth didn't I think of that? Must be nerves.
Well, Mr. Knight, your problem's over, so how about you have a drink to celebrate? Jasper always drinks from the left glass and the Colonel drinks from the right. At one point they toast with each other. This time he's drinking on his own. Which...
I feel horrible. I mean, I could die from this. I don't want to die!
no one does, Mr. Knight. But... I'm afraid your time is up. Hey buddy, I'm gonna go check to see Mr. Knight's alright. That's right. Get it all out. Now, we could actually probably just walk right out and not really be bothered, but you can actually scale the side of the building. This is useful if you really want to avoid everything, complete non-detection, or if you've just decided to shoot him with your gun, which is another challenge you can do. As we try to go here, we see that there's white circles over those two guys, so maybe not walk this path. There's also two guys there. So it feels like we might want either a different disguise or just a different way to leave. Now I thought the mechanic would still be here, but he's probably moved off.
You know that guy who flew in from Moscow?
Oh.
He's the real McCoy.
That KGB officer, Netsky.
So as much as I'd like
Years of
the
special
end
KGB training in Siberia.
splash, or whatever you want to call it, be a different outfit than the soldier, I figure why waste time when we can just click it right here. As always, we start with the soldier one.
So Knight kills a guy, poisons him with ricin-coated chess pieces. And his biggest concern is that an amateur almost beat him in chess? Told you he was a psycho.
Carry on.
The ambassador was betrayed.
Apparently, Jasper Knight is demanding that his girlfriend accompanies him to the Soviet Union, and he refuses to leave until he gets affirmation from his superiors in Moscow. The call will come through in the restricted, but otherwise unguarded radio room.
So the Soviet ambassador.
Interesting.
Man of peace.
So Jasper wants to talk with the KGB. We know we've seen a KGB officer. But we gotta be careful in the soldier outfit here, because there are some soldiers that will recognize who we are. Now, 10 hut. Colonel Netsky will make it into this room eventually. You can sit here and wait, but we gotta be careful because patrolling outside is that security guard and it will see through the window. So, I was waiting for a while, but then figured, you know what, I'm just gonna sort of chase him down instead. Because, if you remember from the previous attempt, we saw him move into the bathroom in Jasper's room. And we can see here on the minimap, he's right there right now. Mr. Knight. And now we're dressed as a KGB officer. Luckily, apparently, no one here knows how to recognize faces. So everyone will actually think that we are Colonel Letsky. Lieutenant Colonel, I think his rank is. We're gonna drop the gun because we weren't exactly walking around with a gun before. Now, as the KGB officer, I'm gonna equip the fiber wire, which is invisible and undetectable. Not invisible, obviously, but. And let's have a chat with Jasper.
Knight, follow me. Lubyanka's on the line. My superior wants to speak to you personally.
Well, about time. Lead the way.
Now, as the KGB officer, no one will literally question us anywhere. Mechanics won't, security guards won't, soldiers won't. This is the disguise I mentioned before, is basically the superior one. You do have to take out the Lieutenant Colonel, though, but once you know his patrols and where he goes, it's not actually that hard.
Good job, Initiate. This should keep Knight occupied for a while.
I ended up sort of bumping into Knight, so he's a little bit twitchy. But patient. Eventually he'll turn his back to us. Keep an eye to the side so that the security guards don't actually look in, and make use of our fiber wire. Now you gotta be quick here and dump the body in the little locker, because they will see you. And now we can more or less do whatever we want. No one will question us. We can walk and run and jump. Everyone is basically too busy saluting me to think about anything else. So this is the last way I'm going to show you of how to do this mission called the final test. This is only the second of the prologue missions, and I've already spent a lot of time playing and doing these and the different challenges and stuff. If you want to be cynical about it, you say like they're all just reusing assets, or, you know, making you play the game over and over. Of course they don't make you, but I really wanted to.
Did you print out the safety protocol?
Now, we still have the proper levels yet. Next up is Paris. And Paris is amazing. I'll see you then.
I hope you know what you just did. The chopper leaves at dawn. Now get out of my sight.
So what happens now?
You go back into the world, disappear, stay on your own and on the move. When we need you, we will contact you.
And Soders?
He played his hand, and he lost. He cannot touch us now. Still, I can't believe we beat him at his own game.
If you know your enemy.
Quite right. I should tell you, the trail went dead after Romania. Our team found no records of any kind. No name. Nothing.
I think they called me 47.
That's not a name.
So make it one.
All right. Agent 47.
You were always the best. Nobody ever came close. You define the art, and it defines you. Your actions have changed the world. powerful men have fallen by your hand, but by the same token, others have risen. Do you realize what kind of world you've been shaping? Does the ICA? Does your handler? I live in that world. I have seen the consequences. I have felt the cost. That's what defines me.